Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is another beautiful Fridays, and we know that Fridays belong to football at Mazrio Studios. Welcome to another segment of the Center Circle. I am your host, Goketo Mazunda. Today I have a jam-packed show for you guys. We are celebrating our 10th episode. Oh my goodness, you guys are just unbelievable, man. I thank you so much for always tuning into my show and always supporting me. Like I said before, I read your DMs, I read your comments, your words of encouragement and so forth and so on. I am so excited to continue with this journey going forward. But before we start the show, I just want to pass my most condolences to the Orlando Pirates family. We lost Umama Koza. She is the second wife to Dr. Ivan Koza, who is our chairman of the PSL and also the chairman of Orlando Pirates. In these trying times, we're just hoping that everything goes well for the team, for his family and his friends. But with that said, let's continue supporting the chairman so we go forward with whatever situation that we have. So today also, we are celebrating Ulisedi Kapinga from Black Leopards. He just signed his 5 years deal with Mamelodi Sundowns, rather. Oh my God. So today we'll be talking to the supporters about this. Not just about Ulisedi Kapinga, but with each fan, we'll be talking about their team. So now we're so excited that the SAFA has given us the go-ahead for the league to resume. We're excited because when the league resumes, it means more content, more vibe, more energy. So I'm quickly gonna get Ed Tabang Mahuba. He is a Sundowns fan, so we'll be talking to him about all the transitions that has been happening in Mamelodi Sundowns. So please stay tuned and remember to interact with us. I will see you in a few. Waiting for Tabang to accept. Hi, Tabang.
Hello, Kogi.
Hi, what's wrong?
Man, I sharp, man.
Man, you guys signed Kapinga finally.
Yeah, Renalena, the boy, man. Crazy. I get you like this, that, at first, can you go level Daman, wa lupat, man. Daman, he was responsible and say, mfano wakakia kulwela relegation akinya kore akubale before ya go down se kala lo ramile obama flop is better kino mu release atamae abele batho ba a join like whatever that redira ngo Northwest is going to like a create shushaneng piano etsamaya wa yeah
guys though how excited are you guys now that you have Kapinga?
That boy utla busha that denera ya bu kikendoli man kikendoli pesita like kama bilat otorfa that ela ya mshishia ska sokola liwani le sirino revele something nyana kwale ore kore like renele hope ya no shusheni ele wa serious ifili chivet yeah
when we started topic ya batho ba uboya go Sundowns, Rulani is back.
Yeah.
How is the atmosphere for you guys? Like, are you guys excited to have him back or what's going on?
Ora akakwala matho manetwe ka katanyana.
Kibulela ka Rulani. Now that you guys have
Oh, our Pep Guardiola. I gotta know more. That boy, sorry, media that boy, but he's just he's still Fananyanes was still trying to find his feet and all those things. There, we have a special one. If we can groom, Peter can groom him that one much better. We are still going to get that star that we are planning for 2024.
Yeah.
Hey, that boy, like for Rulano to come back. It just shows you the big family Sundowns is. Watamaya Wabo, are you still welcomed? And we're going to take care of you, whatever Nunchulka on. that experience again ya go Pirates ya wa independent coach, and that now it's go kopana level age. Yeah, no our squad, that project la pizza bolelang ka yona, no, like it's coming back and go like itla kamgana yona ganyane. You can see or that pizza is a man with a vision and is going very far with these plans and everything. So I feel like we are doing much like everything yarnet amapila da. Or like the signing, or like everything that is too much kayona because pelo ya kai kwa like no ke ale I'm very very much happy or like inchi agitano di bona inchi njir twela pele vel.
So America, the resumption of the league now. When I did up and downs, no, the league is pili, but sometimes like no, I want to referees, me FIFA, hey. Enough. These guys are really for the league.
Like Rena like or riska dula so sara look ke something yelore a right tloela ne.
Yeah.
So no, we just want to be back in the field. Re no continue.
Yeah.
If Chiefs can win it fairly and square, we will continue. Okay, so it's fine. Acknowledge or but now, arnyagi the politics, the boardroom politics. Renagore fell straight, go grounding as much as the bigger leagues are finishing it. Issue ya super sport ya the player never tested COVID-19.
Yeah.
They can isolate them. Leaky continue. Baskata ka di he di reverie he, and that man this guy was a faula. Kikola reassure everything will go as planned. Kadi ka first of August. So I feel like everything now I know chwala pili. Re ba everything it leona mo Gauteng, like everything is ka kra le something engwe ko kai. Re galle ona mo Gauteng everything e felela ona mo. Re tswele pele. Chips tša league rena ka kala rena re ke sure vele ba no tswa di umbrella kwa le ba re tshwaretse yone. Now we are yeah, so league ka no tswela pele rena stress. We have been ready. We thought netla thoma mid July. Our preparation early July, but we are still camping. Everything is still going as planned. We want to continue with the league.
So now that he has worked, I want to believe already has worked in Sundown's favor because a lot of players just Sundown's Nedili injury. The likes of Bukotsi and now they're back in training. How excited are you guys back?
Like whatever that is happening now of having Amatrapa with the issue here, there's an issue of saying he's going, we sign a contract. So having Matrapa in the scheme, you have number 2, you have number 10, you have a striker. So having him back is a big bonus on our side on him. The other ones is fine for another season where we start to know that everybody's is fit and we can resume anytime and go a challenge for that second star that we are planning for. But for now, having Matrapa back is just a big bonus in a stress relief of issue of this Anel and yeah.
Talking about Anel leaving Sundowns, possibly leaving Sundowns rather. For Lena, do you think it's going to shift Nyana team effort lowering it would change structure side team? Do you think is that what's going to leave?
Can you go over this our this bit of the college academy maraba academy or something, this Spanish word. Our graduate Nico our players they've been there when Tapela Chile and maybe Anele maybe Al busy or something or whatsoever. They've been doing it so much better. So the issue of Anele, we will just miss his leadership in the boardroom and all those things. But gradually, if he left, the space is already being filled. If you can recall, Nico, I don't what's that one. It's Nico. Who's that? The second one. The second. There are two players there. Nico le. And Elena. If he comes back, if he's playing, you won't feel that there's a big void. That's another big thing of Sundowns. Each player can be replaced.
Yeah.
And you'll never feel like, okay, there's a missing, there's no one. And so that that's why the competition of dance is very high, because each and everyone who's coming, he has that the quality of keeping his position and making sure that he earns that position. So everybody, if Anna leaves, I feel like even if Tapel what, yeah.
So now, besides signing Maduleka Lee Kapinga, there are rumors now that you guys signed the trio from Vets. Domingo,
Yeah.
Mutupa, Ligos.
Yeah.
Great combination. Already, Mutupa and Domingo is the combination.
Mutupa, greatest finisher.
Yeah.
Gift is the greatest finisher. If you want to know about Gift Mutupa, there's always this Sex Mashaba. You will tell you that this boy, even if he doesn't play at club level whatsoever, I want to make sure that he's always there in the national setup, because that boy is having that big quality. And coming to Sundowns with the passes of Cirino, passes of Mushishi, Langarmani, Matrapa, he will damage many people. Give Mutupa. Those other ones are, I'm not saying they are bad or whatsoever, and they can't play, not play. If they get a chance, they must just utilize it. What I know is Give Mutupa will get a chance and he'll utilize it.
Remember previously Sundowns signs all of these players and a lot of stars, you know.
Yeah.
So, Buma Boy, they're still there. Bupangamani, they're still there now. Domingo is here now.
Kapinga,
Villa, Cirino, Zwami.
Lafo.
I think you guys now are going to play all of these players. Because yesterday he said that he hopes that Lisedi is now ready to play with the big guys, you know, given that he's a small team.
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to work, this combination?
Last day I was saying worrying. Don't see it signs all these players, ne? Not to destabilize the team and all those things. They sign a quality player so that they can come and compete with the quality players. So coming to Sundowns, you need to compete. That's what I'm saying. Nico was playing. Tapelo was injured. Nico was playing. You wouldn't feel like there was a Tapelo missing. So when you come to Sundowns, you need to come and compete.
Yeah.
Our legend Teko Mrisa said, coming to Sundowns must know that there is not a pap and place. I'm sure I'm always in starting level. You need to compete. And that for you to compete, you need to start at the training ground. Convince the likes of Mangoba Mnit, the like of Rulani, the like of Pito, so that he can keep the
Man, while we're still waiting for Tabang to get his network right, such is life, technology. Well, man, I mean, he's been saying that it's a battle, so you need to fight in order for you to be part of Sundowns. You're not just going there to be one of the players, but you are part of the winning team. So I'm just gonna quickly try adding him again because the network is so down. But in the meantime, you guys, I just want to talk about all these signings that Sundowns is doing, you know. Do you think it's a threat for other teams just to make them not be so powerful? Or do you think in Tabang's case he says that it means that he wants to just stabilize his team, to strengthen his team so that he does not ever feel like he needs to get another player because he has all of these stars in the same team. So do let me know what you think. So I'm going to quickly try adding him again so that we can continue with our conversation. But if we do not find him or we did not get hold of him, we're going to add someone else. So while we're still waiting for Tamang to accept, remember to keep us. Welcome back.
Yeah, ish network, man. Ish.
Not a problem, man. So you were still saying about feeling devoid, yeah.
That is space, Jabba Twaba Songon. Like,
Yeah.
go down, see. When you come, if you look at Onyango, he's a national team, first team goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Mwene, champion, captain, first team of Zambia. Each and everybody that's playing in there is they are the national team players. So coming to Sundowns, you need to know that you are going there to compete, not just going there to add numbers. So each and everybody they know that they go there to compete and making sure that they add value, they compete because we are playing in each and every cup game that you can offer in like in Africa mostly. We play CAF, our domestic league cups, everything. So each and every player that's going to be there, he knows that he's going to add value, compete, and making sure that he gets the numbers that that we need, the cups and all those things. Yeah.
So now, talking about you guys competing in a lot of cup games, right? You guys are now left with the league and Nedbank. And you guys are going head to head. Canet Bank, you're going head to head. They're soon to leave Vets. Do you think you guys are mentally prepared? Because remember, Vets has nothing to lose at this point. They just want to play fun. Do you think there's a lot of pressure for you guys to win all of these games that are left, the league and the cup?
If there's something that's very like a bit confusing and it might be a bit problem is because Vets have nothing to lose. If they can go there and play people who want to show the new employer that I deserve to be in this team, we might have a problem. But if you feel those people that are mind away and saying there's a speculation that I might move to Pirates, I might move to, then we can have an easy win there. But if you can feel people that are like they want to show the new employer that you can keep me in the team, so that's it might be a problem. But feeling the likes of all those guys that are on the newspapers and saying they might leave and all those things, then that one we might have an easy win, that one. So I'm not scared of their first 11 because their first 11 is the one that are all over the newspapers.
Oh my God. And thank you so much for joining me, Tabang. I hope that the league resumes so that we can see all this action.
I know. Yeah, now on my side, everything, I feel like we are just waiting for the league to resume and making sure that everybody stays safe and keeping like the requirement of the national disaster that we are facing and making sure that we finish the league. But that other team of saying needing a league with the boardroom style tactics, we're not gonna tolerate that one. We know that there's a problem with those Soweto teams, so we are not gonna tolerate them. So we are not gonna tolerate them. So it's best if we can continue. And even the chairperson said it. If it means they need to field the MDC player, they must field it. They must do that one. So the league has to complete and making sure that the right winner get his or her own cup, everything that they work hard for. So if they can continue with the league, and they get it fair and square, I'll congratulate them. But now I know they are still the umbrellas. They must just making sure.
All right, man. I wish you guys all the best of luck.
So, but I wanna stress.
No,
Awan, chirin char, tano bana like chwela pilar na. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I wanna stress up sharp.
Sharp. Bye. Interesting topic that I'm having later on, guys. I mean, I understand now how you guys love the supporters edition, man, because it's always late. It's always late. The supporters always gauge each other. They always go, they butt heads all the time, more than coaches even. So I'm quickly gonna add Tabang from Kaiser Chiefs. So guys, I see all your requests, right? So I'm gonna add the ones that have asked to be on the show prior to the show, and then I'm gonna add them, and then later on I'm gonna add the ones that are requesting right now. Macmillan, I see you, I see you, I see you. I'm gonna add you a bit later. Okay. So I'm gonna add Tabang and see if he's available to accept. So I'm quickly waiting for Tabang. He's another Tabang from Kaiser Chiefs. Ow! Hi, guys.
Hi, Kokezo.
How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Thank you for accepting our invitation again.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
So, how have you been during this lockdown, man? This up and down that we're doing, level 3, 2.0.
Hey, we don't even understand what level we on right now because I mean, but I think it's a difficult time for everyone, really.
Yeah.
So we're trying to do the best we can to try and fight this disease. You know, try follow protocols as they've been outlined in the regulations and all. And we just that as a country we can fight this and come out the other side, you know, of this. Yeah. So yeah.
So while we're still on the issues of level 3, at least you guys are back in.
Yes. I think it's a good thing. It's a good thing that we're back in training to try and regain that momentum.
Yeah.
Because we it's expected that, you know, we obviously would have lost the momentum. I think it's a good thing that we are back training and yeah, hopefully when the league resumes, you know, we'll be ready, you know, to go in there and fight and make sure that we take this league.
So talking about the league, we'll get to that in a moment. But I want to talk about issues of momentum. You know that does not come back guns blazing after a long break. I mean, it has been proven that you guys just find it hard to get it together after 2 breaks. Now that this has been a long break, do you think you guys are more ready right now and well rested?
Yeah, like it's becoming tricky now because I mean it's taking too long for us to come back. You know, so I mean I can just imagine what's going on in the mind of the players and the coach, you know, because it can't be any easy to just be there leading by just, you know, a margin of 4 points, and now you are expected to go back and to pick up the momentum and keep going as you've been doing throughout the season. So I think it's a frustrating time for the players, I can imagine, and the coach. But hey, man, we're hoping that they are soldiering on and they are, you know, they are putting their all into this and making sure that come the time for the league to resume, they are ready and they are ready to make us proud as the supporters. We've been waiting for a long time for this, you know. I mean, like this pandemic, I think it came at the wrong timing, because
Yeah.
now, when we were about to make history and win the league, and then it just falls on us, and then we end up in this kind of situation. But I think what we can do for now is to not complain and not blame anyone, but it's just to make sure that we work, we put in the work, and make sure that we come back ready, really.
So talking about the league now, there has been rumors that the league might be cancelled. The league might resume. Safa is not ready to give you guys to give the PSL referees shows. Yeah. Do you think at this point, you guys, this brings a lot of pressure for you guys, or is it does it give you guys time to now prepare since there's been a long break?
Yeah, I think this uncertainty, obviously, like it also, I think it also plays a part in anyone's sanity, be it the players, be it the coaches, be it the supporters, because we don't know what's gonna happen. So now you're expected to prepare, to prepare yourself, to get yourself ready for when the league resumes, but you're not even sure if the league is gonna resume. So in a way, it does impact on the psychology, of the players and the technical staff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this time of uncertainty, like it's kind of frustrating for some of us, because so um, you're not sure if they're gonna cancel the whole thing. You're not sure if they're gonna just give it to us, which would be much welcome from
Yeah.
me and many other Kaizer Chiefs fans. So yeah, it's a really, really frustrating time, and I can only imagine how the players are feeling about the whole thing, because now you're just expected to continue as if everything is normal, but Ngapa, you're not sure if the league is gonna resume. You're not sure if they're gonna cancel the whole thing. So yeah, it's I can say, like there's a lot of things that are working. Because I see little Lomona where I'm not getting anything. I think he's enjoying this, but it's fine.
Mm.
It's fine. We are used to being in a position of pressure. I mean,
Yeah.
we've done this thing a lot of times before, so it's not the first time. But it's just that this time around, it's a different situation. But hey, I mean, what can we do? So we just have to try and live through the situation and see what comes out, what they decide in the end.
So let's talk about George Maluega leaving. I know we spoke about it previously, but now he has been that contributing player that has helped Kaizer Chiefs to be where it is today. The combination between him and Manyama and Nukovic, it's been that solid combination. Now that he's leaving and you guys are left with 8 games, right? And now he's with the competitors now. Do you think you guys stand a chance of fighting his combination with Serino and Villa or with Serino and Zwani? Do you think, should he be given a chance to start playing before the league ends? Do you think it's going to be tough for you guys?
Well, obviously, Sundowns is a very, very tough team to play
Yeah.
against. I mean, I think we were more lucky to beat them in the first round than anything. And as much as I enjoyed that win, but I think it was more luck than
Yeah.
solid performance from our side.
Mm.
So yeah, coming to the issue of George Maluleka, establishing himself in the Sundowns team. Sundowns already has like a lot of midfielders. They have the likes of Trompo Kekana, they have the likes of Rivaldo Kotse, they have the likes of Andy Lejali, who's been very, very, very solid this season. So yeah, I'm not sure if George Maluleka would immediately break into the starting lineup, but if it happens, I think yes, we do have.
I think today we're just having a bit of a problem with our networks. I hear a lot of people are also complaining about mine. But these are one of those things that we can really not control. But I'm hoping that we can get hold again. Like we were still talking about Chiefs and George Maluleka leaving Kaizer Chiefs, man. One of the most interesting things that was being said when I was just um, broadcasting this supporters show is that what's going to happen if now Chiefs wins the league and George has already left and George has contributed a lot in the Kaizer Chiefs winnings prior to the lockdown. Do you think he's going to get a medal maybe? Do you think Chiefs might owe that to him? I think that's an interesting point for us to look at it. Or should even Sundowns win the league? Is he part of it? Well, man, it's interesting, right? So let's get Tabang back and see. Okay, unfortunately, Tabang is not back yet. So I'm gonna add Macmillan Mnisi so that we can talk about it. So we're gonna go back to Sundowns now while we are waiting for Nelson to be ready. So Nelson, give me a shout out or a thumbs up when you are ready. So judging by Macmillan's profile picture, I think he's a Sundowns fan. Oh, is it Arsenal? But yeah, I get.
Hello,
Hi, how are you?
how are you?
I'm okay, thanks. How are you?
No, I'm great, man. I'm great. I'm a Chiefs fan. I'm a Chiefs fan.
And
Yeah.
then what shit are you wearing there? Is it Arsenal? Oh, what is it?
No, it's just a joke.
Oh, good. Welcome to the center circle, man.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me. Thanks for the opportunity just to give my opinion on some of the things you guys have mentioned.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, concerning George,
Yeah.
I feel like he does deserve a medal. He does deserve a medal if Chiefs win the league.
Yeah.
But then I feel like it shouldn't be compulsory for Chiefs to like give him a medal. Because the way he left the team, you understand? I felt like couldn't they have kept this a secret until the season finishes? Because if you look at the competition between Chiefs and Sundowns, as Chiefs fans, honestly, we're not happy about the way that he left. Because it's corruption. Just like what's his name? Is it Kapinga, the guy that went to Sundowns? Black Leopards are busy with relegation. He signed for Sundown. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. Trust me. But then why did it have to come out? How did the media get hold of such crucial information? Kapinga is a very crucial player for Black Leopards, and it would be very, very nice if they had him so that they can survive the relegation because he was one of the key players, you know? But now they have to let him go.
Yeah.
I feel like it's unfair, man. I feel like it's a bit unfair, man.
No, remember now with issues of Kapinga, talking about Kapinga signed a pre-contract prior to the lockdown and this COVID-19 pandemic. He signed a pre-contract and by law, the league has ended.
Yes.
The league has ended.
Yes.
So I think it was good for him to just leave because, like Chifua said, he said that he feels like if he stays and while they're still fighting relegation, if he stays and then they lose, certain players would feel like Kapinga knows that he's leaving, so that's why he's performing like this and that, you know, because we don't know how he's going to, you know. But with George, man, he also signed a pre-contract. You know, the media always finds it's loopholes wherever. It's one of those things. But do you think that you guys, now that you guys have lost George Madrid, do you think you guys are gonna get your combination right? Because you guys have been playing Njangasi for a very long time, and he plays more or less the same position. Do you think he's now gonna play?
Sorry, can you repeat your question?
I was saying, do you think that now that George has left, do you think now the coach is going to play Unjangase?
Yeah, I feel like, okay, we also saw the Zangase signed a new 1-year deal. That was unexpected, honestly. That was unexpected. I feel like Umidentop, he now has that pressure. He has to play with Njangazi. We don't have any other player, honestly. Chiefs doesn't have players. Unjangase will get an opportunity, and I feel like he's been deserving of an opportunity. And also at the same time, I don't blame our coach for not playing him. Nah? I don't blame our coach for not playing him, because there were chances that he was given in the beginning of the season and he didn't live up to expectation. But then also not taking the credit away. Yeah, I feel like Njangase will be playing. Yeah, he will be playing. We don't have a choice. We don't have players, especially in the center midfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think Njangase will.
You think Njangase will play?
Yeah.
So, okay, let's talk about now. People are being signed left, right, and center. Good players, those middle class players, everyone is just being signed. And you guys are still fighting that case that says that you guys are banned from making transfers, right? Signing players.
Yeah.
Do you think you guys are losing on opportunities to signing good players?
Yeah, I can agree with you. Okay, but then before I answer that, I have a problem also with how, like, honestly speaking, out of the big, let me just say the top 3 teams, I don't understand how Kaizer Chiefs is being ran as a club, honestly. First of all, they just released what's his name? They just released Malungwan. Mahlasela. How the hell do you do that? Why didn't you just extend their contracts? Because we are banned. I feel like Chiefs is not taking this ban seriously. Honestly, how do you release such players if we on a ban? How is that possible? Like, I'm starting to think, who is running this team? Is it Bobby? Is it Middentop? No, honestly. At Chiefs, there's something happening. There's something happening that I don't understand.
Yeah.
There was absolutely no reason, especially Mahlasela. He had a good 6 months with Polokwane City. He was doing well. I feel like once a player goes on loan, they don't even check your progress. The moment to Tsamaya Uvail.
But
you know,
as a fan, what do you think needs to change in your management? What do you think needs to change?
Mina, personally, okay, well, this is an opinion, right? It's an opinion, right? I feel like more Chiefs, there's I don't know if I can call it, there's a clash of heads.
Yeah.
It's either Middentop is running the team or Bobby is running the team. I feel like Middentop doesn't have full control. Let me just put it like that. He doesn't have full control of the team. That's how I feel. I feel like any coach that goes to Chiefs doesn't run the team the way, like, I feel like there's interferences. That's why let me just give you an example with Gavin Hunt.
Yeah.
I feel like Gavin Hunt would be a good coach for Kaizer Chiefs. Yeah. We all know that Kaizer Chiefs fans are not happy with Middentop. Yes, we're number 1, but we all know we're not happy in terms of the style of play. Anyone can tell you we're not happy. Honestly. The style of play, Kaizer Chiefs, the type of football, the intensity, the coach's body language, you can see that guy is not happy. He doesn't really want to be there. I remember I was watching our game against TS Galaxy. I saw the repeats on SuperSport just a few weeks ago. The guy was just sitting on the bench. We're losing to TS Galaxy. 1-0 score. He's just like, He's not even showing any confidence. And I feel like Chiefs needs a coach that has a strong character like Gavin Hunt. But here's the problem with Gavin Hunt. Gavin Hunt is a coach that wants to take full control.
Yeah.
Chiefs can never hire a coach like that.
Mm.
Because
So now let's talk about what do you think needs to be done going forward?
this thing, I feel like the problem is this thing, family business. You know, as long as Bobby is there, there's nothing that can be done.
Okay.
It's simple. Because I remember beginning of the season, I forgot there was one of the players that was signed beginning of the season.
Yeah.
The player was released. Middle Top came out to say I didn't sign that player. So now I'm confused. What do you mean you didn't sign that player if you're the head coach?
Yeah.
You understand? So what I can say as a fan is as long as Obia Sali we'll keep on getting what we're getting. You can't expect changes because remember, Bobby is the football manager. I feel like he's more of a technical director, but he's the manager. He's calling the shots at the end of the day. Yeah. Chiefs have made it clear over the way that it's a family business. So, yeah. So there's nothing we can do. There's nothing that can happen. I mean, I remember Chiefs a few seasons back, they said they don't want to take part in the CAF Champions League, right? Kaiser Chiefs were not even concerned about the fans, what we think as fans. Do you think it's nice having Pirates and Sundowns always competing, getting further and further on the CAF Champions League, but we're not competing? No one from Chiefs, they've never hosted, like, gave a chance to the fans to say, what do you guys think? Or maybe Bobby comes out and says, okay, guys, this is our reasons for not wanting to participate. Maybe we'd understand. Chiefs were just not interested in all of that. Do you understand? So I feel like I said, I feel like it's more of what's best for the family, what's best for the business for them, you know? And not what's best also for the fans. Well, that's how I see it.
Man, this is interesting. Hey, thank you so much for joining me. Let me quickly add the Pirate now.
Okay, no problem. Thanks. Cheers.
Man, interesting show. I now see why you guys love. So I'm quickly gonna add Nelson from Pirates, and then I'm gonna go back now to Tabang Matebula, who is now back with us. So Chiefs fans are just passionate about what is going on at Chiefs. You know, the fans are concerned. But I hope we will be listening at one point, you guys, maybe someone saying, and Logoda is saying that petition, I presume petition, go Chiefs. So now, let's go to Pirates. So while we're still adding Nelson, you guys continue interacting, and yeah, I'm going to add more of you guys. Those that are interested in this conversation.
Hello.
Hi.
How's it?
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
I see you're participating in this argument that we're having. No medals for Chiefs.
Yeah.
You're saying no medals for Chiefs?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I see this Chiefs fans are very, very excited. Eh? Like, they are very, very excited. They're thinking that they're going to win this thing. Chiefs is not going to win this thing. Eh? I'm sorry to just, tell them this bad news. Chiefs is not going to get this league. Nothing. It's not going to happen.
Sorry, man. Am I back? Can you see me?
Yes, you're back.
All right, sorry about that. My network is so bad. So let's talk about the resumption of the league. There are rumors that the league might resume. There's a rumor that says the league might be cancelled. In your opinion, do you think that the league should just now be declared null and void given the circumstances? The numbers are rising. You know, what's your opinion on that?
To be honest with you, I know that a lot of Chiefs fans are going to hate me for saying this, but just looking at the circumstances that we're in right now, I don't think that we should continue.
Yeah.
Simply because of the fact that the numbers keep rising. There are a lot of players that are getting infected with the virus. I think yesterday we just read a report that a few SuperSport United players tested positive for COVID.
Yeah.
And the plans by PSL to actually have a bubble and have everyone in the bubble and play in that kind of a bubble is good, but to be honest, since the teams are not getting the grants, because the season is over, and some of the teams are going to actually struggle to actually be able to continue, because obviously, number one, they have to actually pay for their own accommodation, they have to pay for the food for the players in that particular bubble, and some of the players are out of contracts, they have to actually bring them back into contract to actually finish the league. So it's not financially viable for a lot of teams. I mean, for big teams like Orlando Pirates, for Sundowns, for Kaizer Chiefs, SuperSport, they might actually be okay because they have sponsors and they have the financial muscle to actually continue with the league. But there are certain teams that are actually struggling because of this thing. So I don't think that we should actually continue unless if there is a solid plan by the PSL, in terms of getting the funds to some of these teams that will be struggling. So yeah, it's going to be unfair to a lot of teams that will be financially struggling to actually continue. But I mean, Chiefs fans now are saying that the league must continue, and they are all excited, thinking that they're going to win this. Even if we continue, Chiefs is not going to win this league, guys. We know, and it's a well-known fact that Chiefs is not going to win this league. Sundowns will win it. If not Sundowns, we might actually, because we're still mathematically in it, we might actually, surprise a lot of people and win it. Yeah.
So now let's talk about guys possibly winning the league. A lot of players have been there has been a lot of saying that Shonga might leave, and Shonga has been one of those players that are very contributing to Pirates, although he hasn't been playing this season, but he's one of those contributing players. Do you think now, because certain players just feel like, we've been doing this, we've been with this combination now, certain players might leave. Do you think that is one of the pressing issues at camp right now?
With regards to Shonga, Shonga is good. He honestly, he's a very good player, and I mean, but I think that he picked at the when Mitchell was still at helm at Pirates.
Yeah.
When Mitchell was still at Pirates, he played really well. But I don't know, maybe the fact that we bought a lot of players last season, and I mean, we brought in Chirofajo Mabasa, we brought in Gabadinho Mhango, who actually took their chances and played really well.
Yeah.
I think that kind of took his confidence a little bit down. And the fact that Mahango and Chirofajo Mabasa were the preferred strikers at Orlando Pirates, I think that kind of took away his confidence. But he's a great player. I feel that he should not go. But I mean, obviously, if there is a better offer for him, there were rumors that he might actually go to Tanzania as well. There was a big team in Tanzania that were actually looking for his services. But if there's an opportunity for him to leave, to actually go and get game time somewhere, I think that he should actually just take that opportunity. But I wouldn't want him to leave now because depth is very important. With this rumor that we might actually, that league might actually be declared null and void, there's a rumor that Pirates and Sundowns might go back to the Champions League. If it's declared null and void, it means that Pirates and Sundowns are going back to the Champions League. So we're going to actually need that kind of depth. We're going to need that quality from Shonga because I mean he's he's a quality player, and he's that kind of a player that actually can score goals for us. Even though he misses a lot of chances here and there, but he's that kind of a player that if he doesn't score, he creates chances, and he's a good player. So I wouldn't want to actually, lose Shonga at this point in time. I think that he might actually continue. But if there's a chance that he might actually go to another team, he might actually just take that opportunity.
So while we're still on the issue of players leaving, Olam Lambo's contract has ended with Orlando Pirates. And he left. So now, what kind of combination now going forward? You guys you've lost Mlambo, Shonga might leave, and also now you guys are one of those teams that pride themselves with developing players. What do you think is the plan going forward with such people leaving and such rumors being spread out?
Molambo is a quality player, honestly. I'm very sad that we are losing out on Molambo. I mean, imagine if he goes to Kaizer Chiefs. Imagine if he goes to a team like SuperSport. He's a quality player. But I think that when Zimbabwe came, he was playing under Rulani, to be honest. I mean, Rulani preferred Molambo, and we could see his quality. But when Zimbabwe came, he stopped playing him. I don't know, simply because of the fact that I think that at the time he had lost a little bit of form. And the team started performing when Zimbabwe came in. I mean, the combination of Fortune Makaringe and Ben Mutware in the middle of the park, started bearing a lot of fruit. So I'm very sad. I had hoped that they would actually extend his contract, because he's a quality player. We need his quality. We need his quality. And I'm very sad. I didn't hear the news, actually. I didn't read on the news that his contract has ended. And I was hoping that they will actually, renew his contract and give him a few years to actually prove himself, because I think that he still has a role to play, because he's a quality player. I think that if he's given a chance, he will actually prove himself and command a starting berth in that Orlando Pirates team.
So let's talk about development teams, the MDCs and whatnot. You guys promoted Agustin Mahlonolo. You remember him?
Yes.
And you guys now let him go. What do you think could be, there's always that saying that says that we don't develop our young stars, but then when we do develop them, taking them to the first team, they are not being played. It happens at Chiefs, it happens at Pirates, it happens even at Sundowns. But at Orlando Pirates, what do you think is the problem with not playing such young players?
I'm going to be honest with you. Pirates is known to actually produce a lot of young stars, and we've shown throughout the years. I see my brother there, Nkosinati Mazibuga, is commented. Thank you very much, sir. Yes, Pirates has actually shown to actually nurture, young talent. If you can remember, during the era of Kostadin Papik, that was the golden generation. We promoted the likes of Joseph Makanya, there was the likes of Gift Leremi, there was the likes of Leboha Mokwena, who were doing very well, So we've shown throughout the years that we actually nurture talent, and we give chance to these youngsters. But I think that now there's a lot of pressure for these coaches to perform, because Pirates hasn't won a cup in a long time. I think the last time we won a cup was in 2014 when we won the Nedbank Cup. And so it comes with a lot of pressure. I mean, giving a youngster that platform to actually perform, and if they don't perform, you as a coach, you're under a lot of pressure to actually bring the results. So if the results are not coming, then you might actually get fired. So I think that the problem now has been that, these coaches are under a lot of pressure to perform. They're under a lot of pressure to actually, bring the silverware and those cups to Orlando Pirates. But I was hoping that Manhlonoko would actually go on a loan and, get his confidence, because he was not, getting a lot of game time, If we could have just taken him on a loan so that he can actually just get his confidence, then I think that he's one for the future. He's going to actually be a great asset to the team in the near future. Or we could have actually sold him if there was a team abroad, a team overseas that was actually looking for him, like we did with Lyle Foster, who actually went to Monaco in France. That we could have actually done that as well, But I think that taking him on a loan to maybe a smaller team, that could have actually helped, because he would regain his confidence, he will regain his form, so that he can come back and perform for us in the near future. But he's one for the future. I think that his business with Pirates is not done. I think that he might actually come back in the near future, because he's still very young. I think he was 19 the last time I checked, but I think that he might actually be turning 20 this year. So yeah, he's one for the future, and I hope that he will come back and perform for us.
So now we're talking about, I mean, a lot of people have been talking about what is really missing at Pirates, and it has always been a known fact that your defense is not as strong as it looks. Now, you guys have the long-awaited signing of Tyson Tlatswayo. Do you think if you guys lend him as a defender, would that bring you guys together as a team and actually start winning games?
Of course. Yes, of course. I think that Tyson is a great defender. Honestly, Tyson is a national asset. He's the captain of Bafana Bafana, and I mean his experience is unmatched. So I think that the signing of Tyson at Orlando Pirates would actually stabilize the team, because he's a great player. He's a leader as well, But I wouldn't want to actually comment on him much, because he hasn't actually. I don't know if he has signed, because it's just rumors. The club hasn't come out to actually announce that we have actually signed him. But if we have, then I would actually welcome that decision. I would actually welcome that signing, because he's a quality player, honestly. And I think that his combination with Happy Jela at the back will actually stabilize our defense. Those are two leaders, and I hope that they will be able to actually complement each other and bring us those results that we are looking for. I see someone is commenting and saying that Tyson is too old. No, he's not too old, actually. Defenders actually get better with time. So I think that now he's 29, 30 now. He still has like a good 3 years, to actually bring us those titles at Orlando Pirates. I think that he will actually adapt, and because he's friends with Happy Jela as well. Him and Jela are quite close. So I think that they are communicating in their own spaces, and yeah, he will come back. He will come to Orlando Pirates and actually bring us, those results that we're looking for. Sorry?
Right. I'm saying someone here is directing a question to me, but I'm going to direct it to you because I'm not a Pirates fan. He says, do you think should have stayed as a coach at Pirates, or was his departure premature? What's your opinion on that? Do you think he should have left, or he should have to gain more experience?
To be honest, I had hoped that Rulani would have stayed, honestly. I like Rulani. He's one for the future. He's a great tactician, he's actually, with the few games that he has been at helm at Orlando Pirates, we've seen Pirates play beautiful, beautiful football, And so I had hoped that he would actually stay, But yeah, I mean, he actually said that his mission or his primary objective was to serve the team. I had hoped that when he came back from Chipa United to continue at Orlando Pirates and as an assistant coach, But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can't really comment much on his relationship with Zimbabwe. Maybe he felt that he wasn't, because he was actually having an interview with Robert Marawa. He said that he feels that he's not going to learn much from Zimbabwe as much as he would learn from Pizzo, because Pizzo has proven himself to have won cups. I respect his decision. I respect his opinion. But honestly, I felt that he should have continued at Orlando Pirates. And yeah, it was really sad to see him leave, because I really believe in his abilities, and I feel that he's actually a great coach and a great tactician, and he's actually one for the future. So yeah, but I do respect his decision to actually go and join Mamelodi Sundowns. I'm hoping that he's going to actually, grow and come back in the near future to be at helm at Orlando Pirates, because he's actually a great coach. Yeah.
All right, man, this is it for us. Instagram is telling me that I have like 30 seconds to go now. So thank you so much for joining me. I'll see
Okay.
you when the league resumes. Or
All
when
right.